So I want to say it's been 3 weeks since I did a video. I honestly can't remember because it's been busy. But there's lots and lots and lots of growth. Banana plant's super happy. Avocado has a ton of new growth. I went ahead and did some splices on some of the larger dragon fruit pieces since I pruned them, and they're doing okay. The ones I rooted earlier in the season are doing great. This one is doing great, and it's the roots just stuck in there with it. And then this one, golden raspberry, is fantastic. Oh yeah, the lemon is absolutely fantastic. It's on 2 new shoots, so yeah. I have no idea how fast they grow. And then my little altheas that have been all fussy are finally doing better and looking like they should. A little bit yellow, but I'm all fertilized tonight anyway. I'm starting to think the horseradish isn't going to do anything, so I won't want on that. But the asparagus is still doing great. I finally remembered to water the catnip. I still need to cut down that. Banana slice is getting too big. But everything. Oh, my butterfly bush came back. Thank you. That makes me so happy. I was wondering if it's going to come back. Looks like it's bigger. Anyway, everything's happy. My althea over here is covered in blooms to the point where it's falling over, but it's gorgeous and I love it. Happy gooseberries. Very happy coreopsis. They got watered today, so they should be happy. I need to cut all of that Queen Anne's lace out, cut the gooseberry, and that Queen Anne's lace that is encroaching with the grass on my portable lilac. I don't know why this coneflower hasn't bloomed. It's orange, but it's nah, not doing it this year. I don't know, but it's gotten huge, so I mean, there's that, right? And this gooseberry, that was kind of the weakling of the 3, has put on a metric ton of growth. And then I have a really pretty pink morning glory. It's went up this trellis. This is where the golden raspberry is eventually going to live once I actually get that trellis installed, because it's not actually installed yet. They're just leaning against it. Other coneflowers doing great. The bee balm behind there's had better days, but it's not doing bad. I still have a shit ton of elderberries all over the place. I have harvested 24 cups off of this bush, and then another 4 cups that I've already processed. So I guess 28 is what I really should have said, huh? Poor grapevine got eaten by the Japanese beetles. Lilac back there is phenomenal. And then these are just starting to ripen. So from the way it looks, I will be able to harvest the entire other bush before I gotta worry about this one. Thank God. Because, like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with all those elderberries. Probably gonna give some to my mom. And then experiment tomatoes are still chugging along. Slicer tomatoes are doing amazing. I did fertilize, it helped a lot. Everything is very happy now. No more chlorosis. So, yay to that. Just about every one of those vines has tomatoes on it, and if it doesn't, it's blooming. A little shorter than I expected, but we're also only towards the end of July, so we'll see. And over here, these make me kind of sad, because the black strawberries, I don't know what the fuck happened to them, but all 3 of them shot shit. So, I don't know. We probably need to pull them. These, however, which are the Rosella and black cherry tomatoes, are doing great. And they're happy. And they look fantastic. So, yeah. And then over here are the candy roaster squash, I believe. And then I transplanted my zucchini over here so it wouldn't drown in that other thing, but I still haven't put drainage holes in. Oops. Now over here, kale and collards I still need to find a permanent location for, but they're doing great. Ground cherries are doing better than any I've ever grown before, and it's awesome. And it really surprised me because these are like the size of tomatillas. They're huge compared to what I expect. So, yay. And then the blackberry bush over here has a ton of new growth that it's put out, so it's doing great. It's happy. Lychee tomatoes are doing great. This raspberry has put out a few, and you can see the white vines. Those are the raspberries. I'm starting to train them up without breaking it this time. I love it because not only are my ground cherries ginormous, but so are my lychees, because I've never had them grow this big before. So heck yeah. And then that raspberry is doing great. Still only 1 cane, but it actually is training properly. So yay. And then over here, after a ton of coneflowers, super happy marigolds, some random ground cherries that I'm assuming are the fault of the squirrels. I do have blueberries hiding in here. because, oh, hey, what the hell? That one's supposed to happen. This is the blueberry, and it's on some new growth. And literally happy marigold, flowers, and then these two are also kind of encroaching. I did not plant them there, but you know what? They're making fruit, and they're not harming this. If nothing else, they're helping shade it from the sun. And then very happy salvia. And I'm assuming these guys just didn't like the fact that it was like 102 degrees yesterday. So they got a really deep water this morning. They should be happier. And see the cone flowers going millions here. I still need to yank all this borage out, but I haven't pulled as many seeds off of it as I want to. So I need to hurry up before they all dump into my yard. And then the herb bed's doing great. Lavender, garlic chives, thyme. I gave it a haircut. Another salvia. The salvias look like they're starting to do a second flush of bloom, so yay. The valerian got another haircut today because I finally went ahead and finished deadheading it. And then this is dill, and part of it's going to seed while the other part of it is blooming, so cool. And another lavender. My sage is super happy. So their valerian's a little bit happier than the first one. I did give the oregano pretty good haircuts too. And then that mullein has gone to seed, which was a smaller one, as has the big one. I need to harvest them. And then that time get a haircut. Oh yeah, and then the rosemary's doing great. It's starting to get bigger. Winter savory, not so much. What do you got going on? And then over here, finally got these bastards on the stakes. So they're kind of starting to grow straight now. Like I've got this zigzaggy thing going. I don't know. Figure it out. And then this one's starting to catch up finally. It got planted like 3 weeks late. That one's straightened out. The one to the left is mostly straightened out. I could just tie them higher up on the pole and they would be fine. And then my eggplants finally started growing. And apparently are getting eaten alive by flea beetles, but you know what? I don't think it's going to kill them. They're growing. And they're covered in blooms. And I did harvest one off of that one. Another ground cherry. Thank you, squirrels. And then my peppers are finally starting to get bigger too. So yay. They also all got deep water today. And then I've noticed that the two smaller peppers aren't really doing much. So I don't know what to expect. But the rest of them are doing great. So that'll be nice. Basil's also very happy. I've harvested 2 okra so far, and this thing is loaded. Look at all those little baby okra. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it, but it looks like it was hard to grow this year, so, you know. Last little pepper's not really doing much. Alright, next we are going to start over here with the currant bushes and the tree and the elderberries. Also much happier. Started greening up immediately after they were fertilized, which is like 2 days after my last video, I think. I said I was going to wait a week, but I decided not to. Tree really appreciated it too. And then this blackberry is fine. And the elderberries have put on a ton of new growth, so that made me happy. Now they're significantly easier to see. And then last but not least, I still have not gotten these fruit trees into the ground because I did not realize the insane amount of shit that my husband had piled over here in the last 3 years. Like, oh my fucking god, dude. So we've cleared a good portion of it. Oops. All that green shit right there is what I took out of it today. And then that is what he had moved out of it previously. So oh wait, you know what? No, it looks worse from this side. Hang on. Eventually the fire pit will get used again. Theirs is cleared out too. So I mean, I don't know, I cleared maybe half of it. But it is the need to get done immediately project because I'm sick and tired of my poor little trees not being on the ground and having to water them every other day and baby them like crazy. But they're healthy and they're happy, so yay to that. But I want them in the ground so I can just worry about them like I do the rest of the garden and not have to go out here. Soon. It'll happen soon. Let's see. So theoretically from this gate, it'll have a giant lilac, because that's what that bigger bush is. The walking path will be here, going that way. And then we'll have, well, let's, I guess, follow that a little bit. We'll have the elderberry there, which I want to say gets to like anywhere from 3 to 5 feet by 3 to 5 feet. So those will be touching basically. And then that black currant is also in like the 4 to 5 feet, both tall and wide, as are the red currants if I remember correctly. So they'll be spaced out, but they will be very close. And then I'll have the honey locust, which will have those beautiful purple umbels from my earlier videos, and I cannot wait for this tree to get bigger and bigger. It is so pretty. So yeah, I love how this is working out. And we'll have the 4 fruit trees are going to be in between the 2 stumps. I'm not sure how I'm putting them yet, but they're going to be over there. And then this will be just a usable yard because that's going to be gotten rid of. I don't know what I'm going to do with the roses yet. They're just hanging out. And then I haven't finished the fence row. I still need to fill in those planters and get the altheas that I have over here in the ground. The roses and the lilacs are doing great. They've already bloomed again. Wisteria is doing fantastic. It really perked up after the fertilizing. So did this one. It's all nice and pretty and green again and growing, so yay. And then another half althea and rose. I gotta move these logs and weed eat over here, but one thing at a time. And right now, I need trees in the ground. So, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It'll be pretty, lots of food,